Hello. Today I would like to talk to you about focusing on what matters most and being able to create firm foundations in your life. This is so important so that you can start living a life of fulfillment, immense peace, starting to bring more joy and increasing creativity in your life, productivity, being able to connect with your families or friends or maybe with yourself more. My name is Devlin Tiki Tiki and I'm the founder of the Path Ahead Empowerment Coaching Programs. And please tune in and thank you very much for stopping by. It is remarkable what we learn through the knowledge of science today. Through science, we can look at the rings on a tree. And not only can we tell how old the tree is, we can actually tell what sort of seasons or conditions that tree grew up in, even 100 years or more ago. So what happens with the tree when it grows is that it knows what seasons it grows best at. So in the good season, it will start to grow stronger. It will start to firm a stronger foundation. And it starts to grow taller and bolder and bigger and greater. And one other fascinating thing we've learned through science when we're looking at the rings in the tree is that in the seasons where the tree wouldn't grow best, the tree knows it needs to slow down its growth. This principle is actually quite interesting to use in our lives because in some seasons we need to recognize we need to slow down. I would like to use another analogy of going through turbulence. And I'm meaning turbulence on a plane. And if you've ridden on a plane, maybe you've experienced a time when you've gone through turbulence. Or maybe you've had turbulence in your physical life as well. So expert pilots know that when they're going through the adversity of turbulence on the aircraft, they slow the aircraft down. Now, a junior pilot or people who have never flown before might think, why don't you go through the turbulence faster so you can get over it and get through the challenge faster? A matter of fact, it's actually more comfortable, more ideal, and more beneficial if you slow down in the turbulence. The same philosophy or principle can also be applied when you reach speed humps in the road or a judder. So if you're driving, you would know quite well that when you're approaching a speed hump, you need to slow down to increase the comfort. Because the faster you go over that speed hump, the more discomfort that you will create. Now in our life, these principles are so key for when we reach the turbulent moments in our life or the changing seasons or maybe those speed humps. A lot of us think we need to keep at the same speed we're used to going at, and we may be unfamiliar with slowing down. By slowing down, we can be in tune with ourselves better, and we can understand what is going on with our growth and why we need to stop or slow down. And I'm going to talk more about this in depth. Now, some people when they're reaching a challenge or a problem or a tribulation or a change in the season, they continue to move fast, or maybe they keep themselves busy, or maybe they keep themselves distracted. Maybe you know someone like this, or perhaps this is you yourself. I trust that what I'm sharing with you so far resonates, as it resonates with me purely to my soul. Why? Because I've been down this pathway many times before. One of the ways I'm going to help you to understand this content in order to empower yourself, in order for you to start building a greater, stronger, wiser life, is I'm going to look at relationships. And there are 4 types of relationships. One will be with God, or something more supreme or greater than us human beings. Some people might say Allah, Buddha, the universe, nature, law of attraction, manifestation, whatever that might be. For me, in the sense of this conversation I'm having with you today, I will use God. The second relationship would be family, our relationships with our family. Then the third relationship will be that with our fellow friends, our fellow men. And the fourth one will be the relationship with ourselves. So when we build a relationship or a greater connection to God or a higher being, whether it be in spirituality, religion, faith, or magical thinking, or whatever that is for you, it's something that's greater. Yeah? When we start to build a greater relationship with that, our hearts become to be more open. Our life becomes more secure and stable. We start to see clearer. We start to have a better direction. We build this relationship and we build it to build firmer, stronger foundations for ourselves. And as a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints who has a testimony in Jesus, I can definitely say how many times my faith has really gotten me through the turbulent, speed hump, seasonal moments in my life. And I trust when you start building on that part of your relationship, you too will start to open up to greater opportunities. Your scarce mindset will change to an abundant mindset. Your language of I cannot will start to change to I can do anything. The second relationship I want to talk about is with our family. So we need to have higher priority with our relationships with our family. We need to find more love to have with our family. No matter what, this is so important. It's one of the 4 crucial areas of building a relationship so that you can have a life of fulfillment. A lot of times working with family members, we can demonstrate love by giving time. Another 2 4-letter words. 2 4-letter words. Love and time. Matter of fact, you can't see this behind me because I have my video on portrait face, but this here says love. So to give love to our family, to have higher priority with our family, it could actually mean about giving more time. More time to listen to our family members, more time to be with our family members. Instead of talking about them, talk with them. And with the advancement of technology nowadays, it's as simple as zooming in, doing a Zoom video or a Facebook live video with our friends and family. To find the time is another form of giving love to our family. Building on those relationships. Maybe seeking for forgiveness or giving forgiveness, or just taking the time out to send a family member a message. Our relationship with our families does need to be high priority. We will experience greater joy, immense peace, and spiritual fulfillment if we cater to all of our 4 relationships. One with something more of a higher being, whether it be God, whoever that is for you, Jesus, Mary, whoever. The second one is high priority with our family. The third relationship, which is definitely one of my favorites and one that really serves my human core need of significance and contribution, is our relationship to other people. It is about being sensitive to the needs of other people. It's about finding ourselves in service of others. If you don't know, it was Jay Shetty, the author of How to Think Like a Monk, who said, our passion is what we do for ourselves, and our purpose is what we do for others. Perhaps it's to serve at a soup kitchen and feeding homeless people. Perhaps it's contributing to a charity. Perhaps it's going to your children's schools and volunteering your time at a concert, at a school gala, or perhaps picking up rubbish. Perhaps you want to start supporting humanitarian rights, or animal rights, or Greenpeace. Whatever that is, building a relationship with others is really our calling and purpose on this earth. A lot of people are trying to find their purpose, and I can truly say a lot of experts would mention this, that to live a life of purpose is to actually go out and serve. That is actually one of the greater reasons why I really enjoy being an empowerment life coach, is to be able to serve others. It's because through serving others, we find our true self. And through giving, we receive. Just trying to think if there's anything else I want to add to that one. Needs of others, spiritual. No, that's good. Let's move on to the 4th relationship. The most important one. Oh, they're all very important. The thing is, we need all of these 4 relationships to intertwine and interlink together. Or else we will always feel unfulfilled. We will always feel a piece of us is missing. Or we will feel like a ship out in the ocean without any navigational skills, not knowing where we're going. There is a saying that if you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. And to be able to get to where we need to go to in our life, these 4 relationships are absolute part of building a firm foundation in order for us to succeed in any area of our life. Because there's another expression, I'm full of expressions and quotes, that, it's just gone, let me look up and find it. Expressions of life. It will come back to me. Service of others. Oh, I was doing so well. Hey guys, let's move on anyway. I'm sure the train of thought that I lost will come back to me eventually. The fourth one, that's it. It just came back to me. There's an expression that says, true success isn't what you do or how you do it. It's who you become in the process. And that's why the fourth one I'm going to go into in relationships is with ourselves. It's who you become. And don't you think that by leaning on or enhancing your relationship with something greater than yourself would make you better, a greater, stronger, firmer character? And by creating a stronger, higher priority relationship with your family, even those who have hurt you or created heartbreak, wouldn't that say a lot about your character? Wouldn't that say a lot about you role modeling for the younger generation who are looking up to you as that magical person, maybe a bit of hope for them? That, wow, if uncle or mum or dad or auntie or nana can do this, perhaps I could. You know, when the young ones see us creating higher priority with our families. And then there's the fellow people in service of others that I just talked about. So let's finish off now with the final relationship, which is with ourselves. We spend most of the time with ourselves. We spend the rest of our lives with ourselves. So wouldn't you want to be around the best version of yourself? The version of yourself that encourages you, that motivates you, that cares for you. Because the true fact, and it's a staggering fact, is actually quite incredible. A lot of us don't know how to have a good relationship with ourselves. A lot of us actually self-sabotage ourselves. We tell ourselves we can't do this. We're not good enough. I'm not worthy of that. So that's why it's really important to have a good relationship with yourself. Because you're with yourself. And when those seasons come, and those turbulent moments and those speed humps happen in your life, those unexpected moments, those premature deaths, those heartbreak moments, the trauma, the grief, the guilt, the shame, when people have hurt you, criticized you, you've lost trust, you're going to need yourself to build you up in that moment in time. Our hearts will be open once we learn to have a great relationship with these four relationships. You'll start to focus on what matters versus what doesn't matter. You'll notice that those things that used to upset you and that used to make you angry no longer do. You will realize that those moments in time when the tough gets tougher and you need to rise above, that you will start to do it much more easier. I trust that this information that I'm sharing with you will resonate with you today. And I just ask that you really start building your relationship on all of these four areas. And to remember, when you are going through adversity, challenges, there's some great things you can remember. Through challenges we grow. As they say, nothing grows in the comfort zone. And also challenges are actually showing us the way. You either see the opportunity or you see the obstacle in the way. So when that obstacle is in the way, it's showing you the way. So it means you have to go through that obstacle with pace. And maybe you're in the season where it's time to slow down and just know that is okay. Right now, I'm in the season of growth and excelling. It's summer. It's the time I work best. It's the time I grow greater. And I will know that when it comes to winter, it's time I slow down and start to reflect. As we go into a new year, being 2022, I trust this information will be very useful for you. I invite you to follow me as I'm going to start creating content on how to embrace change. I have a 2-night webinar coming up talking about how to embrace change. I've got a lot of programs coming up and I will continue to share a lot of this sort of content with you all. As once again, one of my greatest relationships is with other people. And I am a firm believer that through serving others, we're serving ourselves. This is Devlin once again, all the way from my home in Pulse Point, Sydney, the founder of the Path Ahead Empowerment Coaching Program. I look forward to having more conversations with you. I hope to see you on my webinars coming up in January, and I trust that we will talk again. Merry Christmas if I haven't told you that already, and best wishes for the new year. With much love and regards, Devlin.